Welcome to Chosen Destiny, a world where hidden truths awaken your soul. There comes a moment in every soul's journey where the road splits. One path leads through shadows of fear, while the other glows faintly with the light of faith. It's in this moment of silence, where the noise of the world fades, that the chosen ones make their decision. You, yes, you, chose faith. And that one act, seemingly quiet and personal, was witnessed by forces far beyond what our eyes can see. Faith is not a loud proclamation, it is a whisper from the soul saying, "I trust, even when I can't see the outcome." So many people are driven by fear. Fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. But you, beloved one, looked into the abyss and chose to believe. That's not weakness. That's power in its purest form. In that moment, heaven paused. Something powerful, divine, noticed. You stood still in the storm while others ran. And because of that, you activated a promise, one written in the language of light, woven into your very being since before you were born. There's a reason you were drawn to this message on Chosen Destiny. Your soul recognizes the vibration. You're not here by accident. Think back. How many times did you face something terrifying, but still kept your faith? That wasn't just resilience, it was divine alignment. You may not have known it then, but each test you passed without giving in to fear was seen by something higher. And now the time for reward is near. Let me ask you something. What kept you going when everything around you said give up? Was it a soft voice inside you, a feeling, a dream, a promise? That was divine guidance. That was your calling. And that's exactly why you're being prepared for something greater. Comment below. What was the biggest moment you chose faith over fear? Share your story, because your voice might become someone else's miracle. You've probably heard the phrase, "You're never alone." But have you ever felt it deep in your spirit? When you made that decision to keep walking forward in faith, even when your knees were shaking, there were unseen eyes watching. No, not in a fearful way, but in the most divine, protective, awe-filled way. The universe took note. Angels whispered your name. Your name echoed through dimensions, signaling that the chosen one had stood strong. There is a divine intelligence, some call it God, others call it Source, the Creator, the Most High. And that power has been watching you quietly, like a loving parent watches their child taking their first steps. When you chose light over darkness, love over bitterness, and hope over despair, something shifted in the spiritual realm. And that shift did not go unnoticed. You're not just a soul floating through life. You are marked, set apart for something powerful. And it's not just spiritual talk. Have you noticed how doors started opening after deep trials, or how signs started appearing when you prayed from your heart? That's not coincidence, it's confirmation. Think about it. When others broke down, you broke through. When others drowned in fear, you rose with faith. These are not just actions, they are signals, and powerful forces have responded to those signals. Yes, someone powerful plans to reward you. Here on Chosen Destiny, we talk to souls who have lived this reality. If you're still watching, then you are one of them. Take a moment, breathe, and think back to all the times you didn't know how you'd survive, yet here you are. That's no accident, that's purpose. Comment below. What's one blessing you received after staying strong in faith? Your testimony could be someone's turning point. Long before you took your first breath, your soul agreed to something sacred. You weren't born just to survive, you were born to overcome, to inspire, to awaken others. That deep inner knowing you carry, that sense that your life has meaning beyond the ordinary, that's because you are part of a hidden covenant. You are one of God's chosen ones, not by status, not by wealth, but by heart, by spirit, by the resilience you carry in silence. This world tries to make you forget who you are. It distracts you with fear, noise, and false narratives. But despite all that, you kept remembering, even if only in whispers. That's the mark of the chosen. The divine never chooses the loudest, richest, or most celebrated. It chooses the brave, the broken, the quiet warriors who still dare to believe in the unseen. And when you said yes to faith over fear, you fulfilled part of your sacred agreement. Many people live their whole lives unaware of their divine assignment, but you're different. You've felt it in your bones. You've cried without knowing why. You've felt pulled to things others ignore, spiritual truths, divine signs, deep silence. And now everything in your life is aligning to awaken that truth more clearly. This is your activation. This is your remembering. You were never lost, just hidden, until now. At Chosen Destiny, we believe in your light. If this resonates with you, it's because you already know it's true. You're not being called by coincidence. You're being summoned by destiny. Ask yourself, what has my soul always known, even when I tried to ignore it? Write it in the comments. Let's speak truth together. Not all wars are fought with weapons. Some are fought in silence, in the mind, in the soul, behind closed doors and beneath forced smiles. You, the chosen one, have fought countless unseen battles. And though the world may never know the depth of your pain, the divine surely does. Every tear you cried alone, every moment you chose love despite being hurt, every time you held on to faith while breaking inside, it was seen, and none of it will go unrewarded. You weren't given this path because you're weak. You were given it because you're strong enough to carry it and transform through it. Others may crumble under pressure, but you turn pressure into purpose. The quiet way you carry others' burdens, the selfless love you give, and the prayers you whisper for people who'll never know, they all matter. They're written in the invisible book of your soul. That's why the divine is moving on your behalf now. Rewards don't always come in gold. They come in peace, healing, elevation. Remember the times you cried yourself to sleep and no one noticed? The times you gave without receiving? The times you wanted to give up but chose to pray instead? Those moments echo in eternity. You are not just strong, you are sacred. And the power that noticed your pain is the same power preparing your promotion. Your soul is about to breathe again, not just survive, but rise. Here on Chosen Destiny, we recognize the warriors in silence. If this touched your heart, know that you're not alone. Your pain has a purpose, and your story has a stage. Share in the comments, what's the silent battle you fought that no one knows about? Let this be a space of healing for you and for others walking the same road. So many ask, when will it be my time? Maybe you've been there, doing everything right, holding your faith, walking with integrity, and still waiting for that breakthrough. But here's the truth, just because it's delayed doesn't mean it's denied. Your reward is not just coming, it's closer than you think. The reason the pressure intensified is because you're nearing the promise. The darkness always deepens right before dawn. Spiritual laws don't operate on human timelines, but they do operate on divine alignment. Your acts of faith have built something like seeds planted underground. You haven't seen the fruit yet, but the roots are deep. The blessings meant for you are being custom-made in the realm of spirit. And when they arrive, they'll make sense of all the pain. The longer the wait, the greater the unveiling. You haven't been forgotten, you've been prepared. Think about the times you almost settled, almost gave in, almost stopped believing, but you didn't. That is why this reward carries power. It's not ordinary. It's for the chosen. It's laced with legacy, with spiritual wealth, with eternal impact. It's the type of reward that not only blesses you, but blesses generations through you. And when it comes, it won't feel forced. It will feel divinely timed. On Chosen Destiny, we want you to declare it. My reward is on the way. Type it in the comments. Claim it in your spirit. Speak it into your atmosphere. And if this message is confirming what you already feel inside, then like this video, share it, and tag someone who needs this reminder today. The question burns in so many hearts. Why me? Why was I chosen for this path? The answer is hidden in your spiritual blueprint. You've always carried something different, something sacred. Even as a child, you sensed things others didn't. You felt deeper, saw clearer, loved harder. That's not a flaw, that's your divine fingerprint. The chosen ones are marked not by perfection, but by purpose. You carry light into dark places. That's why the enemy tried so hard to dim you. You were chosen because your heart was strong enough to break and still love. Your spirit was soft enough to feel and still stand. Your mind was curious enough to question and still believe. These are not coincidences, they're confirmations. You were built for this. You were designed to awaken others simply by being yourself. And that's why you've been tested, refined, and stretched. Because what's inside you is rare and needed. The chosen path isn't easy, but it's sacred. You've probably felt alone, misunderstood, or too much for this world. But that's because your soul is tuned to higher frequencies. You weren't meant to fit in, you were meant to lead, even if quietly, even if only through presence. Your energy shifts rooms, your words heal, your pain transforms. That's why you're chosen. If this speaks to you, you're home. Chosen destiny was made for souls like yours. We want to hear your voice. Comment below. When did you first realize you were different? Let's connect, uplift, and remind each other. We're never alone in this walk. You are not just healing yourself. You are healing your bloodline. The chosen ones are often born into families, cycles, and systems that desperately need transformation. And though it may feel unfair, it is divine. You were sent to break the chains others ignored. Your choice to walk in faith, to say, "It ends with me," has shifted generations forward. You are a spiritual warrior wearing invisible armor. Maybe you grew up with trauma, poverty, dysfunction, or silence. But look at you now, healing, awakening, seeking truth. That's power, that's legacy. The pain you endured is turning into wisdom. The cycles that tried to break you are becoming your stepping stones. You are not repeating history, you are rewriting it. And the divine is walking with you, guiding your every step. Understand this. Your faith isn't just saving you, it's setting others free. Your children will walk lighter, your siblings will awaken sooner, your lineage will bless your name in prayers you'll never hear, all because you chose faith over fear. That's the kind of generational shift only the chosen can initiate. Here on Chosen Destiny, we honor your courage. You may not get applause, but you will get divine recognition. Share below. What generational pattern have you broken through faith? Your story could empower someone else to break theirs. They saw you fall. They saw you cry. Some even laughed when you were down. But what they didn't see was the angels assigned to your journey, or the seeds you sowed in silence, or the divine hands holding your spirit when you thought you were alone. And now your elevation is not just coming, it's already begun. The tables are turning. Elevation isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving to yourself that your faith was never in vain. When God lifts you, no man can pull you down. The ones who counted you out will watch the very doors open that they tried to close. Your glow-up won't be cosmetic. It will be spiritual, visible in your peace, your alignment, your purpose. You didn't get here by luck. You got here by obedience, sacrifice, and walking with vision even when your path was blurry. That's why this season will be different. Your name will be spoken in rooms you've never entered. Blessings will locate you because your energy is now aligned with your divine calling. You won't have to chase anything. What's yours will find you. Here at Chosen Destiny, we know that your journey wasn't easy, but your rise will be beautiful. Comment below. What is one sign you've seen that your elevation is starting? Let's celebrate these moments together. This is your time. If you've ever wondered, does anyone even see what I go through? The answer is yes. You've been seen by the one who matters most, not just your actions, but your intentions, not just your tears, but your prayers, not just your sacrifices, but your heart. And the time of reward is now approaching swiftly. You are not forgotten, you are divinely favored. There is a divine intelligence that has been tracking your growth. not punishing you, but preparing you, not ignoring you, but anointing you. And because you chose the higher path, again and again, you're about to receive the harvest in ways you never expected, from places you never imagined, and it will be undeniable. Even those who doubted will have no choice but to witness your blessing. This isn't just a feel-good message. This is a divine confirmation. You are chosen, you are covered, and you are crowned with purpose. Stay aligned, stay grateful, stay expectant, because the heavens have already spoken your name. You're next in line for the kind of favor that shifts atmospheres and breaks barriers. From Chosen Destiny, this is not goodbye, it's just the beginning. Like, share, and comment below. What did this message awaken in you? Your story, your light, and your faith are what make this community so powerful. Let's rise together because the world needs your voice.